I love the private club.
Ooh.
Yeah,
the reflection.
yeah,
Dun, dun,
yeah,
dun,
she
dun,
poppin'
dun,
cause
dun,
she
dun.
driving fast, she on the way. Two sassy bitches in my VIP ain't gotta pay. Yeah, my Spanish
So check it out, YouTubers. This is my 06 M5. That's not gay. I got it for the weekend, and honestly, the girls like it. You know, silver is a really hard color to wax on, so looks kind of good, but I wish it was like darker gray. Big upgrade from this M5. This is my old car. Hated it. This is a big upgrade, but I mean, I earned it. You know, it wasn't given. I really did work my ass off, saved money and bought it. Third owner. Believe it or not, I used to have 305s, but they kept on rubbing against my fender. So I dropped it on 275, but still with the spacers. 1-inch spacers. They're sticking now and it looks nice. Quad exhaust tip. Only thing I did is a muffler delete. I still have the old mufflers. Just for whatever reason, I end up selling it. You know, original parts. Switched the bag, but believe it or not, I don't drive this so often. I've only put, I have to say, 7,000 miles since June of last year. In the first 2 months, I was driving it a lot. But you know, this is it. So what we'll do is we'll give it a quick little startup. That way you guys can see. Here, let's see if my makeshift thing will work for us, huh? Okay, that doesn't want to stay. Oh. Come on. Let's see how that looks. Nope. There we go. Cool. Start this up. Okay. Starts up like butter. So I'm gonna tell you, this car is an 06. It's not brand new, but you know, it's well maintained. Definitely by the previous owner. Only serious problems I've had was alternator from the looks of it, but I just replaced the battery. Every time I would shut off this car, it would just jerk and lurch forward, and then my dampers went out. I mean, it's not broken, they're still out, they just need to be resetted. Still. Every time I see this car, I'm like, damn, I love it. You know, it's not a Ferrari, it's not a Lamborghini, but something about a sedan with the V10 and the sound, oh my god. So check it out, guys. We'll take it out for a drive, let you guys hear it, and I'll talk specs about this vehicle. This is just going to be a review. If you ever want to buy an M5, I mean, I highly say go for it. It's a fun car. A lot of people are afraid of it just because of the V10, the SMG, but I'm going to give you tips on when you buy how to treat your vehicle so that the clutch life is longer, because the city sucks. How to maintain it and how to make the car last a lot longer. Your rod bearings, well, you know, that's another important thing. So here we go. What's up, fellow YouTubers? We're here, 06 M5. Nice day. Was earlier sunny, but California has such a bipolar weather. First things first, whenever you start your car up, a lot of people are worried about, your rod bearings. What can I do to prevent it? They say, oh, you got to replace it. It's like a $3,000 job, honestly, but it beats buying a brand new engine, right? This car is a lot of miles, okay? I'm the third owner. I'm not gonna deny it. I mean, I don't care. It has over 100. So what you want to do is you want to let the car thoroughly warm up, and I mean thoroughly. You don't want it to just sit. You want it to fully warm up, at least like 10-15 minutes. Let me see. Yep. So check it out, guys. There's this thing. I'm gonna show you right now. Okay, guys. You see that 8 right there? This 8? Usually the 8 is all the way up here to the 6 when you first start the car up. It's all the way right there. And what happens is, as the car starts warming up, this lever starts going down to the 8 to let you fully rev it up to its true calling of its 8250 RPM. Not 7,750. No, it's 8250 RPM is the highest. You want to make sure that your temperature gauge reaches the middle or almost at the middle, and you're solid. And that's how to prevent, your car from the rod bearings. This is especially if you're in the winter, the cold. And in hot areas like Miami or like California, I still let it warm up, but you really, it's hot weather. You got nothing to worry about. Just thoroughly warm it up. Take care of it. Don't just drive it right away. Just, remember, it's a V10. It's not a 4-cylinder that can be abused or you start up and go. No. You want to take care of these, as they are delicate, trust me. All right, guys, here we go. There's different drive settings, okay? Auto mode, you'll see it on the display thing. It'll say 1D, okay? Here, I'm gonna show. I'll show you in a bit. It's gonna say, I'll show you later on in the video. It's gonna say 1D, and that signifies that it's in automatic mode. Once you kick the knob to the right, it will switch it to just 1. And what that means is it's the SMG, it's in manual mode. I always have it in drive in the city. And I mean, it's just a fun car overall, to be honest. I honestly think the muffler delete is the best thing I've ever done. It just sounds so foreign. I mean, in America, you hear V8s, you're like, yeah, used to it. When you hear like a Lamborghini engine, it's, oh my god, it's so phenomenal. So when you're in the city cruising, you'll notice that as you're when you're driving your M5, the SMG will, even an M6, the SMG will switch at a certain speed, certain RPM, depending on how you drive. So if you're just a cautious driver, following the limit, your car will shift. Like right now, it's gonna shift. Every time the gears changes in auto mode, I take my foot off the gas. Like right now, foot off the gas, let it properly switch, foot back on the gas, just like a manual car. Exactly like a manual car. And there's always a theory why, I do this. Reason being is I let the gears fully change. That way there's no, interaction with the gas kicking in or the engine speeding up as the gear changes. You just let the transmission, you relieve a lot of stress on the transmission. Also, when I'm in little streets, and like, let's say the speed limit is 25, but your gear for second gear, because this has 7, let's say you're in second gear, and that switches every time you're above 21 miles per hour. No matter what it is, above 21 miles per hour. And what I do is, although the speed limit's 25, I'll maintain it at 20 miles per hour the whole time. Reason being is, as soon as you the more you change the gears in the city, it will change gears in the city more often. It's the city, you're stopping and going. And the theory goes behind it is the longer you keep it at one gear, you don't stress the transmission out into switching back and forth, back and forth. I'll put a link in the description, but there's a good talk on the forum of the M5 board.com. I'm not taking I'm not taking credit for this, but it's true what they say. They say that, you know, in the city it's only 20,000 miles as the life of the clutch, and the clutch are not cheap. And you know, if in the highway it's 100,000 miles, it's like 5 times the amount. It's like, why? Because on the highway you're always going constantly fast. You're at a constant speed. You don't need to switch the gears. Put that in the concept of the city. You know, don't let the gears change too often in auto mode. You could do manual, but I get lazy. I just have an auto mode, and you're golden. You know, no problems. Car changes, gears phenomenal. As soon as I replaced the battery, the SMG just fucking speeded up. It was a lot faster. So you always get heads turning at you. Brakes are slotted, big Brembo brakes. Stop this fight. Almost 5-ton car, 4,800 pounds, like nothing. You know. Right? Oh, every time it gets you. Just driving, and then you get a little giggle. You're like, I like my car. I'm gonna just pause it real quick. Gotta check something for my work, and I'll be right back. What is up, guys? Car has 2 settings. It's right now on 400 horsepower. It's pretty damn quick. And then you have 500. That was my fault. I threw it into neutral right now by accident. Again, sometimes you forget. You know, the car knows when it throws it in the right gear. I dropped it down to first. As soon as I floored it, it dropped into fourth. It honestly knows that it's for the year and everything. I'm so amazed because these Germans, you know, the work they've done. Although you have the dual clutch now, SMG is not the best transmission, honestly. People go for more manual just because the labor, the parts, it's so complicated, you know. But you know, the dual clutch makes it look like shit. I mean, I can't lie. I want to say no, it doesn't. It does. I mean, it makes it look like a dinosaur. And the speed in the city, it's so clunky. When you're learning to drive it, you're like, oh shit, did I break it? But once you go fast, the SMG flies in quick. Just each gear slams in, and I had a buddy, and he was like, oh, I can do it faster with the manual because it's a hand. No, a computer will not be able to beat a hand unless you have a good setup and it's just like a short gear. It's just thrown right in, you know, without stepping on the clutch. It's still manual, but no matter what you do, a machine will always be quicker than a hand. So, you know, we go driving, and you know, I'm taking it on the freeway. I put it into the M mode, and that puts it into the 6th setting. For the clutch has 5 settings, so the higher the setting, the quicker the shift. But in the city, it feels so aggressive, it feels more clunky. But at higher speeds, the car changes phenomenal. It kicks you in your seat, it literally does. 500 horsepower can go a long way, trust me. It can go a long way. bad I can say about this car. Honestly, nothing bad. We're right now gonna go down this tunnel that I usually take it to. I'll come back later on tonight, show you guys a full-on way of how this car just handles the sound. A tunnel is always the funnest spot for anyone that drives, you know, a very fast car, and they just want to hear it. If you're a sucker like me for engine sound, the tunnel. So we're about to do that in a bit. Honestly, this car is just great. I really got nothing to complain about, except when something breaks down, then I hate the car. I'm like, oh, a piece of shit car. Yeah, everyone says that about their car, but once it's working and you truly like experience it, it's gonna be hard to compete, trust me. And a lot of people say, why M5 sedan, why not get like an M6 coupe? I mean, it has more space, and let's just face it, there will never be another M5 with the V10. They're not going to make another saloon that has a V10 in it. I mean, I wish they would, but I mean, with all these, you know, fuel crisis and emissions into the air, they won't. That's just the way the cookie crumbles, and you know, I would probably never sell this car unless I find another one that's like of a later model year, like a 2010, 2009, but I won't switch car. Trust me, I won't. All right, here we go. What was that? Again, I'm right by the airport. Cops. Gas-wise, horrible. I'll tell you how much gas I'm getting. 8.1 miles to the gallon. Now I've done it. I've tested the car where I've gone. Let me see. I've gone 60 miles per hour. Cruise control speed, and for solid like maybe a good 50 mile trip, round trip, and I was able to get close to, I got 25 to the gallon, 21 to 25 to the gallon, depending on how constantly you have been going and driving. But it, you know, highway, it's very economical. City is not. So it's just really not that economical. Don't mind me just being a menace to society. I mean, around these people. But I mean, you know, and the not so bad thing, but the good thing is not that many people know about this car. But that's the good part about it. You know, not that many people know about it. You know, it's only a few people know. You know, when cops see this, if they hear you and they see you speeding, they're like, okay, like, you know, it's a sports car. It's definitely, there's something different about this car. But you look at a 525i and you look at an M5, if you look at them in the front, you really won't be able to tell the difference. First thing that always pops in my mind, because a lot of people put body kits, is the mirrors. The mirrors of the M5 is more silhouette, like more pointy, versus the regular 5 Series. It's squared. You know, people put the aggressive bumper in the front, the bumper in the back to put the dual exhaust, and then, you know, there's side grills too, on the actual side grills on this car. They're not fake, they're actual side grills. And you know, when you see all those pieces together and you see the SMG or you see a stick inside, then you know it's an M5. You can always look at the speedometer. If it says like, you know, 200 miles per hour, top speed of this car, believe it or not, without the thing is, the limiter, I believe, is, I'm getting a call. What is it? It's 204, my bad, 204. 204, 205. This car, the previous owner put a chip in it. I don't know if it's delimited. He told me he's gone 176. Neat trick, if your car only stops at 155, I mean, I'm not gonna do this on my own. Sometimes just get lost. You know, you get lost in this car. You know, you just forget about it. You just hear the engine sound. You're just like, God damn, this thing is nice. Okay, that's much better. Just cruising on the freeway right now. If you're punching it and you really want to go for top speed, but your car has a limiter on it, you didn't hear this from me. I mean, you did, but I'm not recommending this. Because in the city, really, honestly, like, you're gonna get in trouble. Ooh. This car is just danger. I mean, you'll get a ticket. People will, I'm sorry guys, I'm gonna talk a lot. People will, you know, change gears, and then you'll reach your 5th gear, and then they'll go to 6, and then when, you know, they'll jump into 7, and then the car stops at 155. It's like, that's like, fuck, even at 7, you know? But the car has 7 gears, you know, for 200. What you do is, you just drive it, and as soon as you're in your 6th gear, you just go all the way down, wide open throttle until it reaches its RPM. You're gonna notice it go all the way up to 175, and that's the limit where that will go. The minute you kick it into 7th gear, it's gonna drop right back down to 155, which I think is pretty cool if you're really just looking for speed, because that's a way you can break the system, you know? Like, you can just cheat it. You can go buy a chip. My car has a chip. I do not know what it is. I just don't mess with that, just leave it. Supposedly it's those chips like economical, fuel, or performance. This car is, I have not seen a gallon saved, bro. This car will not, don't waste your money on that. Definitely buy a Cobra radar. That's my next step, you know, so, I mean, Cobra radar, whatever radar system, that way cops don't really start bugging you. So yeah, that's, you know, other than that, let's see. I mean, car's fantastic. For leather and stuff, you know, to maintain leather like this, don't use leather cleaner, use conditioner. It softens the leather up. You know, that way it lasts a lot longer. You want conditioner. Other than that, you know, this car is just great. I'll hit you guys up later. This is the intro. I'll hit you guys up later with the car at nighttime, you know, how it drives, you know, having some fun. Not for not me, someone else will be driving my car. You know what I'm saying. So, you know, stay tuned guys. Subscribe if you'd like to see more of this car. We don't hear about this car no more. People are like, oh, what's an M5? Like, people are missing this car. It's only real gearheads know what this car is, you know. So it's, trust me, that V10 has everyone fooled. I swear, everyone tells me, oh, is it a V8? And then the minute they hear the sound, they're like, oh, you know, it's definitely something else. So subscribe, comment what you think about the car, what you think what videos I should put, any ideas, and, you know, and just follow, you know. Why not? You know, it'll be a good start to a good relationship. So let's do this, guys. Hope you guys have a good day. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Sorry if I talk too much. I'll edit a bit later on. Probably won't, so I got work in a bit. But, you know, subscribe and peace, y'all.